Welcome back, episode 68 of Revisited, and fresh off this kid catching up in the greatest manga of all time in Fire Force. Don't shake your head, you know it's facts. We are talking about Fire Force is pretty fantastic and worth your time by A.H. Brandon Reviews. Never heard of him.
Neither of those things.
It's definitely A.H. Brandon Reviews. What's the problem?
No, that wasn't what I was referring to.
Oh, I don't know what else it could have possibly been, because the other things were just facts. Fire Force is horrific.
Yes.
And before the past 30 to 40 chapters, I would have said it's not very good.
I would just be like, it's nothing. It's not worth your time. It's whatever. It's not a good shonen. It's not a bad one. It's purely whatever, leaning towards bad is what I would say. But then, like I said in the live stream, 210 is where it starts.
And never ends.
And never gets that foot off the pedal.
We got a description?
Yes, we do. I enjoyed Fire Force ever since episode 1 aired, but let me tell you, it truly has become something special that is worth your time and attention. Support me on Patreon. It's really, really not.
This seems like an anime only watcher. And even during the anime only, it's not.
Still no.
It's not. No. Y'all are lying to yourself.
Yep, there we are. The second to last video uploaded on the channel is a Demon Slayer one. This fight will be insane. And it's about the Demon Slayer Season 2. So, that kind of person. Demon Slayer. There seems to be a bunch of recent anime. Yeah, it looks like they're doing one of those episode reviews once a week. Down there's Jojo, yep.
Hype Beast.
Yeah.
New thing came out. Here's me reviewing new thing.
Looking like. But this, let's see that hot my anime list.
Oh no, don't. Let's not.
It's good to know.
Just sometimes.
Dang it.
What?
It doesn't look like he has one.
Whack.
Well, we'll get his thoughts here and now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if I was just picking up Fire Force without the knowledge of you and Gavin being like, yo, it's one of the worst things ever, probably would have dropped it before chapter 20.
Whoa, that early?
Like I said, I wasn't liking anybody. Hinawa got up there for me slowly but surely, but it's just him. And that's it.
Yeah, and I'm an Arthur boy, so...
Like I said, for the longest time, I thought Maki and Tamaki were the exact same person. Not just because they're drawn very, very similar. Not just because they both got, just black hair and basic faces. Just different ponytail, pigtails. Maki, Tamaki. I'm like, it's clearly just a nickname that some people just give. Mm-hmm. And I just wasn't paying attention enough, apparently, that I didn't see them in the same frame until they were in the same frame. And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's really bad. Because they've both got one personality trait, essentially, and that's big beef and pervert. And I'm like, oh, it's just pervert stuff into big beef stuff. That's all it is. Other than that, what is there about them? They're both caring. Like, I don't know.
Maki's more muscular.
That's it. And she like cute things, but I can't say that Tamaki doesn't. It's terrible. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what somebody that likes it says about it, so let's get into it.
Fire Force has been one of those anime that I recognized from episode 1, but thought to myself the direction the story would take would give it a unique identity.
Is there a story out there that does not have a unique identity? Because anything, even if you do 80% the same thing as somebody else, that 20% is unique. Even if you take 3 different ideas, 80%, 10%, 10%, it's still a unique amalgamation of 3 different things.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like saying unique isn't really anything.
Or special.
Yeah, so and you were saying since episode 1 I thought that it would be unique. What does it mean that who cares if you thought it was going to be unique? It doesn't matter.
Take would give it a unique identity. There's plenty of tropes I dislike surrounding anime in this project, but when I see creative fights surrounding the element of fire, a team of firefighters who let the dead rest peacefully after turning into monsters with an
Would you say there are creative fights? I can't really place any.
There are fights where people do creative things with their powers.
Yes.
But then they just keep doing those things. Like the captain. Like what's unique about, even though he has no powers, what's unique about him? What's unique in a
Maki, she's just her fighting style essentially just boiled down to split the fire, and then you got the little balls, and then she get the big robot arms things. But Tamaki, she just gets destroyed in a bunch of fights. What's over there?
Man, she's a cat lady.
Hinawa. Pew pew.
Yeah, Hinawa pew pew.
Big in shotgun. But destroys the shotgun with every blast. Yeah.
Yeah, but even with him, like, it's just I got a different gun this time.
True, but it's awesome.
Yeah. I think he could bend bullets or do something with the trajectory.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like,
it's awesome. But yeah, main character, he just does his breakdancing,
Shinra,
fight kicks.
Arthur
is just sword man. What unique fights? Even okay, the black captain and Shinra.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't really, because I'm thinking in the season 1 camp, and that was season 1. That wasn't really, hey, I'm gonna mess with your equilibrium. No, I can get over that, and then she gets punched.
Yeah, like the Star-Eyed captain, like the super crazy dude, like nothing happened there.
Joker wasn't really a fight. Maybe he'll talk about him. Maybe he'll talk about what makes them. Cause just fire based. I like the Generation 1, Generation 2 make fire, control fire. I like that concept. But then they just go, oh, whatever, trumpet man, ice. Who cares?
Known element of how this spontaneous combustion occurs to civilians, I think to myself, what's not to love here? The first core wasn't without its missteps, but each episode within those first 12 episodes I had more fun with than I had issues with. But once the second core got going, the true Fire Force began and really started to take my breath away. No longer just having fun with the odd episode leaving me speechless, but a good chunk of the second core was bringing the heat and I never wanted it to cool down.
You see,
there's so many problems with the sentences he just said.
What?
Everything is not breathtaking. Everything is not jaw dropping. Heat it up and cool down. I don't even care. Use your puns. Use your fun. Wink. It's a fire show, and I don't give a shit about that part. Stop using these adjectives of just, this is the most blah, blah,
like they
blah.
mean something, especially so early in the episode when we don't know what you're talking about. Just say what you mean. Just be like, hey, this fight was good because of these reasons, and I'll explain later or something. Don't just go every episode. That tells me nothing. That doesn't even like make me want to continue watching this. I'm like, I'm moving on.
Walked into Fire Force what I thought would be my favorite element of tackling a new human who needs to be killed so they can rest in peace. But that quickly got left behind in favor of a conspiracy-style plot, which turned out to not be that bad of a thing. Early on, I really respected...
Why did he think it would be a bad thing? Conspiracy plots can be good.
Yeah.
Just, in Alabasta was very good.
I mean, but this wasn't particularly.
Okay.
The direction Fire Force took with Infernals, these humans who randomly burst into flames and now need to be laid to rest in order to give them and their families peace of mind, while they protect those surrounding them. Right off the bat, the captain of the 8th Division shuts down the two gun-ho characters Shinra and Arthur as either you respect the dead or I won't have you on my team. None of this who has the coolest weapon, you act like a grown-up. These families are suffering and it's up to us to make this transition as peaceful as possible. Don't swing around the axe that will kill someone's loved one. Learn respect.
No, that was good. That part was good. Does it really do anything?
Anything in what aspect?
We don't really see past this point. There's like maybe 3 more times where it's a family member and going, please put my husband or child to rest.
Okay, but what do you want them to do?
I'd prefer this scene just not even be here.
This particular scene?
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
It doesn't really do anything. It teaches them to respect the dead.
Yeah.
But where do they go with that? But where do they go with that?
I mean,
how does that influence something in the future?
But does it need to go somewhere? Can it not just be a moment?
It can be, but I think it would be better if it did.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not arguing that it's not made worse by just not doing anything at all with it. I'm just saying that not everything needs to lead to something to be a good moment. Or
it's a good moment, but it could have led to something even better.
Yeah, no. I don't disagree with that.
That's all.
You don't drag fights out. You don't act cool. You mourn the dead, and you don't look forward to the next fire. There are those on the team whose entire purpose is delivering a farewell prayer. So
yeah, I don't understand.
I really do not.
We can't do this until the sister gets here. Why not?
Not explained whatsoever.
Do we have any indication that there's actually a heaven or hell?
If it was just like, through the grace of God, they are weakened slightly, and thus their flames get less hot or something. Something indicating...
Or they regain their mind a little bit so they could...
Or when they pray, their core shines so you know exactly where it is so you can take it out in a quick shot. So anything other than, we just need a sister. Oh, Tamaki, she's also a sister now. She was trained with the sister, so she can do it.
So she can do something.
So she can do something. Now we can just perv on another nurse. That's not uncomfortable. I just wish that they would, because it's a whole useless character. Mm-hmm. It's just we need to pray, and it's never explained why other than respecting the dead, I guess. But like you said, is there a heaven? And then the conspiracy are just like, oh yeah, those people, they fabricated the whole religion stuff. So all of this is just fake. So there's just no point. Who started this? They need to be prayed over. And for what reason?
What is the purpose?
I hate it so much. Because it's just not only a useless person, but a person that needs to be protected actively. Just of the fires and flames and to the ashes. Just saying this stuff. And then they're just kicked to death and we move on.
Yeah, they usually have no combat prowess. So it is more a liability than anything if they don't have any actual purpose for being there.
For a reason that we don't even know why they're there.
Team whose entire purpose is delivering a farewell prayer so that their spirit will hopefully rest in peace in some form of afterlife, or at least they hope those aren't their final moments, being a monster. This isn't a shonen where those who are suffering are forced to deal with those shonen heroes that act like this is a game. Sure, those characters...
Who is this? What shonen protagonist is like, life and death, that's just a game.
Who cares?
This fight is just fun for me.
This is another
I'm not taking nothing serious.
This is just like the Hunter x Hunter dude back then, just going, other shonen. Don't just other shonen me. Explain.
Please tell me the shonen. I would appreciate it so much if you just went like blank and blank.
So it's so easy.
Cause just other shonen, all that does is put into the audience mind of other shonen, and they might called together something, but you didn't have to explain nothing. But I don't know.
I have no. I'm sitting here as a man that has watched quite a few shonen, and there's hundreds of and thousands of different shonen. You can't just put all of shonen into a box like that. You can't just like, unlike the genre of shonen, this takes stuff seriously.
Yeah, it's just like that dude that was in the comments, just like, Hunter x Hunter may not be the perfect shonen, but One Piece isn't either. And I'm just like, okay, the issue wasn't perfect shonen, because what the is that even? The most shonen.
You did not just make a point.
You did not make a point with that one.
Yes, but in times like these, you can't goof off, else Captain Obi will cane your ass. That alone immediately sold me that even if there are tropes I despise within this series, this compassionate direction of fighting...
Tropes, again, as we continue to say, tropes are not inherently a bad thing.
I don't think they're a bad thing, period. Because all tropes are repeating things within the story. And stories are going to have similar things. There is nothing out there that is 100% original. It has things that you have seen before. It's just doing them better. There is no problem with tropes.
You can't just say that it's got tropes. Yeah, everything got tropes.
Yeah, there could be tropes you don't like. Yeah. That could be your issue. They could do a trope badly, but the villain turning good. They could do that badly where it's just some dude pillaging villages and murdering children, and then just like, please stop it. He's like, okay, and then it just goes on. Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad trope right there.
But I wouldn't even say tropes that I didn't like. I'd be like, there's things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because tropes is he's going, these repeated things that I don't like. So why even just say that? Especially if you're not going to explain exactly what the tropes are. And you've already mentioned twice the tropes.
Spies within this series, this compassionate direction of fighting sequences, having troubled souls and empathetic warriors, really sells it.
But what about when there's not? What about when he's fighting another captain, or Arthur is mowing down a bunch of people trying to get to the mechanic dude?
How are the heroes empathetic within those first couple episodes? Like when Arthur's just like, I'll do it, and kills the Infernal. How is he empathetic?
It could be said that there's an underlying
empathy. Is he saying the characters themselves are empathetic, or are we empathetic towards the main characters?
It's the character themselves.
Okay, that means nothing then, because every character is empathetic when it comes to in Shonen heroes. Is he talking about?
No.
Deku isn't empathetic.
Unique. No, it's unique.
Naruto isn't empathetic.
No, he's not.
What type of bullshit is this? Ichigo isn't empathetic.
It's unlike other shonen.
No, it's not.
I don't know how much more clear I can make this. You're not listening.
Great and actually quite original. The fighting sequences, having troubled souls and empathetic warriors, really sells this as something great and actually quite original.
Troubled souls and empathetic heroes.
Troubled villains, empathetic heroes. It's just not Yu Yu Hakusho.
Very unique. Isn't this just Pain and Naruto? There's a bunch of Naruto villains. I get. Maybe he is saying purely souls, as in they are souls.
Soul Eater. I mean, Bleach.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
We stop from going from fire to fire case and transition into a more conspiracy-driven plotline, which only let this anime get better with time like a vintage wine. We still see and deal with infernals, but rather than having an episode-style plot, we have a more narrative-focused one that carries over week by week, which is my favorite. There's a lot of things happening at any given moment.
How many episodic shonen are there out there? Most carry plots weekly.
Dang. Like the beginning of Souls, not the Souls, like Substitute Shinigami and Yu Yu Hakusho, just him being a spirit detective.
No, because that was only in the manga. In the anime, it was, I'm dying. I'm dead. Here's this. Here's your egg.
Oh no! Let me look
You
up.
threw it in. That was the correct thing. Okay, get somebody to kiss you.
I'm gonna look up episodic shonen. No, amazing anime. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's nothing.
I don't think there's
episodic anime, but
yeah, sure.
I'm not seeing episodic shonen.
Even
Let me put
episodic
them boys in quotes. Let me see if I get something.
Also, Watamote is hitting.
What? Where are you?
I'm like 10 chapters after she got in her third year.
Give me some events that happened.
They were sitting down with the super cute friend, and 2 more friends walked up.
Did they go on the trip already?
Oh yeah, that was way past.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's the turning point of, okay, before this, it was lonely person desperately trying to be friends with people. Now she is slowly getting friends, and now we get to see how she interacts with them while still being her same weird. Oh, I love her so much. She's so weird.
She's such a gremlin.
She's a monster.
A monster.
She needs to be in a cave constantly.
And in her mind, she's just like, oh, is it gonna happen for me? Is it gonna happen for me? And then it doesn't. She's just like, why would I even wanted these pieces of such gross? It's just like justification in her mind, just so she's not hurt. It's so many moments where I'm just like, this is the saddest.
It's the saddest,
when she's
most heartbreaking ever.
When they're going on the trip, and she goes to the bathroom, is coming back, and there's all those people near her seat, so she doesn't want to, and she turns towards like the door of the train, and just standing. I'm like, this is awful.
It's awful. I'm like, please. Just try. And it's just like, you can do it. Just try. There was way back in the beginning. She went to the bathroom, came back, and she had gotten boxed in by
and she just eating in the toilet.
In the anime, it is the saddest. They hit the sad music. She is slowly walking away. She is looking around for a place to, no thoughts, no dialogue. I'm just like, this is heartbreaking. And then I know in the next scene, she's going to do something and be the worst piece of imaginable. And I'm like, well, I got no place to put these feelings. You're not allowing me to feel for you. You're not trying. You just sad, and then you a piece of shit.
And not even just a piece of shit. The biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of episodic shonen.
Well, how could you?
I don't know what he's talking about.
In Fire Force, every type of character you can think of is most likely in this cast, be it in...
That's tropes! And now we're clapping?
Why is it a good thing that there is a various amount of characters with different personalities? That's so many different shonen. That's so many different shows. Just saying there's different characters means nothing. Oh, there's this wacky guy and a serious guy and another wacky guy and a muscular girl and a pervert girl. Shy, kind of. Is that it? What is the machine guy? What is his personality?
Machine guy? You gotta come a little better.
The dude that made Arthur's sword.
Vulcan.
Yeah.
I don't... What?
He's just a dude.
Oh yeah, point blank period. He's a guy.
He doesn't have any sort of weird personality trait. Not like the scientist where he's like, oh, I hate running, or he's just a weird scientist traitor, man. He's just a dependable dude. Not like he has any kind of quirks.
I always forget to start writing down the things we spoiler.
A supporting or main role. But when you start learning that maybe someone within the Fire Force is behind people randomly burning alive and becoming demons, and all for what reason, that's where I saw the true potential of this story come to light, and the flame wasn't dying down anytime soon.
Okay, you got one.
You're allowed one singular one. You burned it already, so to speak.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Pump arm 7 times.
But you can always, like...
Dude, we need to do that Phil video quickly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, within the next 7 days, I need that.
It is. I need to hear what he says.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard from Phil. Ever.
But yeah, for this, it could either be some random demonic entity, somebody from the government, or somebody within Fire Force. Those are really the only options. And you're like, oh, the potential for somebody in the Fire Force. Okay, the potential for somebody in the government. The potential for somebody that we've never seen before. It doesn't matter. And even if it is somebody in the Fire Force, it's going to be somebody that we don't really know unless they're introducing like, hey, it's me. Because in the league, in the Fire Force itself, we got introduced to the Black Captain, Eye Patch Man, Plague Mask Guy. And then that was about it, really. We got a little bit of the Doctor one. She just died, I guess. What the... Oh, I fixed the hole in his chest, but the fire was too hot. I'm melting. Okay.
Don't say that like it's a bad thing. Clap.
It is a bad thing because he got a hole in his chest. I'm like, oh, how are we gonna fix this?
Like this.
Oh, I'm on Earth and I'm reaching out my hand and I fixed this chest at the cost of my own life somehow. ... question mark because I implanted a snake in him or something. It's terrible.
Don't hop up.
I just remembered that
on gorilla arms.
I legitimately just remembered that. But who cares about it's coming from within? It's not even really about who it is. It's more about why it is and how it is. It's just going to be some guy at the end of the day, and it kind of was.
I have 3 main points surrounding Fire Force that continue to hook me episode by episode, when generally craving a lot more. The plot of why these infernals are being made, why is this weird cult wanting to burn the world down, the comedy and simplistic moments between the characters, and the creative take on shonen action scenes.
I'm dying. I am dying.
So these are the things that hook me. The mystery of the show itself, which is whatever. The down moments and comedic scenes, every shonen.
And we don't even really get a whole lot of them.
I need more.
They're not even particularly good. The skirt thing, the pervert thing, enough. It wasn't funny frame 1. It's not going to be funny the 15th time.
And unique take on shonen action. What is this baseline shonen action? Is it just Dragon Ball? Is it just Dragon Ball? Just everybody having ki and then
everybody just big blast people? How much shonen have they actually seen? I mean, they've seen Demon Slayer at least, provably.
And they're clapping there. My God, the action flowed like no other. Don't start playing a Demon Slayer.
No, I'm not going to play a Demon Slayer. Get out of here. Why would I play Demon? I don't want to think about Demon Slayer.
Well, you're going to be thinking about it soon when we hit Demon Slayer month.
That's going to be horrible.
We should probably do that in February.
Probably. I'm just looking at their YouTube channel, seeing what shonen they've seen. They've seen Attack on Titan.
Of course.
Don't say of course.
What do you want me to say? One Punch Man. Oh, sure.
Ah, crap. What? He made one of the Demon Slayer's videos that's on our list.
Oh, of course.
Demon Slayer is remarkable.
It truly is.
Oh, it really is. Y'all need to, the sooner y'all realize. A.H. Brandon
reviews.
I'm just gonna my anime. Let's see.
Stop trying to get the fake.
I just need to know where they're coming from with this. Oh, we got them? Do we have them?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got them.
This might not be him because it says Australian, and this guy does not sound Australian whatsoever.
That's kind of racist.
You can sound Australian or not.
Not racist. What would it be? Nationalist?
I suppose. But it's not.
Accented?
But it's not.
You don't. It's like saying you don't. Well, no, that's racist.
I'm sorry, but there's an Australian accent and Muff ain't got it.
Okay, but there's a Midwestern accent. We're from the Midwest. We don't have it.
Sure, but that's not. That's a whole. Is it a country?
You're asking me?
Why am I asking you? I don't want to look up it's Australian a country. It's Australian. My goodness. Maybe your Twitter will be like, "Hey, I'm from Australia, y'all." Canada. Okay, that's not Australia. So I'm gonna go ahead and say he does not have one. Okay. Point blank. Period. I just want to know what shonen he's seen.
Why?
That would really help because he keeps bringing up shonen.
No, he doesn't. He keeps bringing up
the word. Saying the word. Isn't that enough?
Apparently for 11K views.
Age Brandon Shonen. I'll look that up. Jujutsu Kaisen. Of course.
Don't just say of course.
My Hero. Of course. Higurashi.
Oh, what does he have to say about? It's probably the new one that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's Tokyo Revengers.
It is okay, y'all.
But no, like, fight stuff that I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing any fight stuff. So what does he has to just be hitting that just DBZ stuff. And come on.
At that point.
Cults in general provide for insane stories, as if you know anything about them, they're batshit insane and there's no leaving alive once joined. Seeing the pain early on with what infernals do to families, it's bad enough to lose a loved one, but having them be a burning monster that will destroy your home and maybe even kill you is quite heartbreaking. To see that someone or an entire group can turn people willingly into these creatures, and as you see more and more with them, the goal of burning the earth as a whole as, a form of religious salvation? It's madness. But a good story needs some form of madness, a goal that shakes the protagonist's dream to the point that you don't know if they can repair the broken pieces back into the mirror that it started off as. Our lead character Shinra lost everything as a child.
I don't think that the cult does that for Shinra. He wants to be a hero, and being a hero would involve stopping the cult and the infernos. How does that shake his thoughts about being a hero to the core? It's not like
the mirror is held up to him so he can look at himself and find the faults.
It would be
and shatter that self-image.
It'd be better if he had always idolized the Fire Force and then realized that they were making the Infernos, and then he's like, do I like the Fire Force or do I like being a hero? I clearly gotta stop. That'd be way better than whatever he just said.
So broken that he grins like a villain anytime he feels uncomfortable due to losing his family and being blamed as the monster behind it.
I've always hated that.
Always.
All he wants is to save people, stop them from going through the hell that he was forced to endure, and hopefully solve the mystery of what happened to his family and save everyone from this infernal curse that they're all forced to bear. As anyone, anytime, could become this demonic and lose everything without a moment's notice. Then you have a cult who wants to burn everyone for lunatic-driven reasons. It's madness. That's a recipe for success in terms of crafting a compelling narrative, which...
A cult that wants to burn everything and a guy that wants to save people. What a recipe.
For a compelling narrative.
You basically went cereal milk. What a recipe. What a success.
Yo, if y'all heard of ham and cheese, get ready. What a gourmet concoction. What a feast for the ages.
I know you guys have had eggs alone, but sausage and eggs? Woo! Woo!
A course.
I'm about to recipe all up today.
Hey, stop drinking your water from your cupped hands. Put it in a cup. It's a recipe for drinking, y'all.
Stop boiling water by blowing hot breath on it.
You're not getting
gas
anywhere.
and fire to start the recipe for boiled eggs. I know a lot of people out there on YouTube. They're no. I'm gonna show you a better method. You're gonna need a stove.
This is insane.
Madness, you say?
Antagonist and protagonist. A recipe for magnificent storytelling. You don't say.
Compelling narrative. You bad and I want stop.
You're causing all these infernos and I need to be a hero. Okay.
So we doing this, sir? Absolutely. Clap, clap.
So far, they are living up to my expectations. You then add in a few handfuls of comedic relief spices and fun personalities, and the stew is looking a lot more complete and ready to eat. Where the shonen formula shines the most is in the more mundane situations.
So it is a shonen formula. It is different from the shonen formula. What is this shonen? What are your shonens? What is the shonen formula? I would really like to see what people ascribe to that.
Yeah.
And it is getting more and more we're getting just more and more data of these content creators just not saying anything.
Yeah, just going different from other shonen.
Compelling, special, unique.
And that don't mean anything. What can we say about this? And because he's not saying anything. It's different from other shonen. Okay, the shonen formula. Okay. Explain something. Oh, add in some comedic characters and...
Oh, okay. Every now and then I check in on Literal Maverick. And he's doing some YouTube shorts.
All right.
And that was it.
And characters talking or arguing in the case of Arthur and Shinra. But these are the moments that help make the whole journey worth it. I love my dark and messed up tales, don't get me wrong, but for a show like this, I felt like it was a good idea to balance the burning of humans with comfy scenes as to not wear the viewer out. The entire 8th division is...
doesn't do that.
He is 1,000,000,000% Canadian. That oat was not an American out.
That's fine. But
Yeah, I don't know.
This is just a shonen thing. That you got your up moments, you got your down moments. Dragon Ball does it. Jojo does it. Yu Yu Hakusho does it. I'd be hard pressed to find something that doesn't do it. I'm sure if you go over to Berserk, even though it's seinen, you can find some downtime, jokey, funny moments. It don't mean nothing that they're doing it. And you're not saying that they're doing it particularly well, better than anything else. You're simply saying that they're doing it.
It's balanced because they're doing it, and that balance helps. Okay, every show ever.
I don't clap because my refrigerator keeps my food cold.
Wow, this is the exact temp I wanted. Pat on the back. It's hot back there. The coils.
It's one big dysfunctional family that, when it counts, will be there for each other. Watching them not fighting infernos but having cute...
I'm trying to think of a conversation between Tamaki and Arthur.
I can't remember one. I can't remember one that was any type of meaningful. Like it wasn't just a line or two.
Or just, oh no, you're in my skirt now.
Or a reaction of something.
Okay.
But to be fair, Tamaki's not technically part of the A.
Are we going technically?
Technically, she's not.
moments where the girls realize they need to up their game as the only one who can cook worth a damn is this guy, as they start to worry about their so-called girly charms in future relationships. The constant back and forth about who is stronger with Shinra or Arthur, if asked, are they best friends, would probably...
Did they argue who's stronger or what's cooler?
Yes, it's more about what's cooler. And I don't like their relationship because he just rocks up chapter 2 and just like, yeah, we've got this huge history. We were trained together in the academy. We've got this huge rivalry and everything. I don't like that. We see like 3 flashbacks of them back in the academy. And we're supposed to feel something. I know you're an Arthur stan.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I rock with Arthur the character, not Arthur the backstory.
Okay.
Where it's just sure. Like, no, he is a monster. And it's just like, I don't give a shit. Get on a donkey. That's what I want.
That was a very funny moment.
But clearly are more inseparable than they are willing to admit. As they are so similar, they naturally become friends, but because they have so much in common, constantly butt heads like frenemies would. Shinra tries to be the hero that flies in to save the day, where Arthur plays knight, and the more delusional he is, the stronger his insanity and abilities become. Those two are my favorites hands down, because even when I think...
Wow, the 2 main characters. This is the second one in a row where people just went... The main characters are my favorite characters.
Yep. Did he really explain why Shinra is his favorite?
You see this giant lip jutting out?
Other than he wants to help people, but everybody wants to help people.
The captain wants to help people. What's the difference?
So what they'll do, something like this can happen and is quite glorious. You feel as if this crew can be serious, honoring someone's life to then goofing off like a group of people who have known each other since they were born.
What a shonen thing. Well, you're just describing a shonen.
Thing.
What a thing.
This is just storytelling. What are you talking? Look at the first interaction between Ron and Harry. Just 2 people in a cart. After like 5 minutes, they're buddy eating frogs. This is just a thing. This is not special. This is not pretty fantastic and worth your time. This is just something that's happening.
Boy, we're half over and it's not fantastic from what I'm seeing. It's like other thing, and yet different from other things. Shrug shoulders. I don't know what those things are.
They flirt, they crack jokes, and they'll kick your ass on the daily. Early on, the balance of when the simpler scenes should pop up can be jarring at times, but as it...
I hated that she just regressed so
Dude,
much.
and I loved Hinaba before all the get away from Shinra.
It's the worst thing. I'm like, why make this hoity-toity queen-like character and then just devolve her into no Shinra? What's Shinra doing? Look at Shinra. Come on now. Why?
Boa is still Boa.
Yes. There's no...
give me more of her just crunching men beneath her feet, just acting like a piece of... And I'd be cool with her even doing the Shinra stuff.
Yep.
But it's just become Shinra. And then when she's talking to other people, she's just a person. No, we need to do this. I agree. This is my report. Okay, thanks for your help. Shinra though?
Such a downgrade.
Series gets rolling, it finds its groove and knows when to goof off and when to let the dramatic play out. If someone is dying...
I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. See, that's why I always say we need to look to see what people have watched before we really start listening to their reviews. Because him just going this stuff, it happens in all shonen. And I can use totality like that because tell me something where it doesn't happen. I don't like totality And I've read a lot of shonen, and they all got the goofy to serious moments. It's nothing.
Death Note has them.
Man.
Don't let Arthur be a dumbass, but if he is holding a scene together elsewhere, maybe let him play Pretend Knight. Now, it doesn't mean it's perfect, as you still have characters whose entire quirk is they'll let something sexual happen to them, and let's see how quickly that grows old. Though I did notice in the second core they snuck in a funny little line of, hey, her ability isn't active at this moment for some reason, which was a fun little way to say, maybe we'll tone her down for a little bit, but of course you know it's gonna come back at some point. The point is, more often than not, these characters are worth having on screen, be it for a slice-of-life moment to—
Pause. These characters are worth having on screen. Could you imagine praising anything with the line, these characters are worth having on screen?
I mean, Karen, Onion, and the other dude from One Piece, Usopp's little friends, were worth having on
It
screen.
was Pepper.
I don't need to see them ever again. Okay, what character is not worth having on screen?
That's a good question.
I'm not talking about like some background character where it's some big group of people and character 9 over there.
And not some hyperbolic thing of just like, oh, here's this dude in a mankini and he's just farting in the background while Luffy is talking. Nothing like that. Something serious.
No, that would be pretty hilarious. Sorry.
I suppose it would. But that's not... This dude... I'll say this. This dude is not particularly good at reviewing things.
Absolutely not.
He's not telling me why it's pretty fantastic nor worth my time. He's basically going, this is a shonen.
Yep.
You like shonen? You might like this.
Oh, but if you also want things that aren't very shonen-y in a shonen, you might like this. Because it does things different from other shonen. What are those things? Not talking about those. Okay, what does it do like other shonen? Not talking about those. It's a compelling narrative because there's a good guy and a bad guy.
And a cult.
And a
And
cult.
cults are crazy.
Oh, madness! Madness!
something more insane and action-oriented. So when you get into the combat, rather than it just feeling like a bunch of flames attacking one another, they find numerous ways to both stylistically make them different from the last while also coming up with creative new abilities that can be used. A character like Benimaru is unheard of, a man who can both create his own flames while also controlling them from an external fire source. He was regarded as the strongest for this very reason. No one should be able to do that, but this badass can. But each character has a unique moveset and the way their flames differ from the last person. Whether that be a character using their...
Why? Why can't Arthur create fire with his feet?
Why? Why is it just Shinra? Why was it that when Tamaki got her third generation, it was just like, oh, you've just got cat ears and a cat tail. That's just what it is. Why is it, yeah, you can make fire, but you can only make fire in this way? Not really.
Shrug shoulders.
Make a whole lot of sense.
abilities in combination with equipment to freeze blast someone. Shinra's
Terrible.
flaming kicks allowing for aerial-based combos and insane martial arts.
Pause. And another thing that we never got to talk about. This overheating bullshit. They constantly just go,
Don't overheat.
I'm close to overheating. We have no indication on when somebody is close to overheating. So they'll just be like, I'm close. And it's like, well, you did the same thing as the other battle where you just flew around for a second and did some kicks, but now you're close to overheating for what reason? Shinra can fly for a town's length and be fine, but he do a couple breakdance kicks. It's like, I'm close to overheating. Oh, I have to go really, really close to overheating. This is going to be my last teleport through time before I overheat.
The second you said Tella, You got so disgusted.
Yeah, no, if you saw it, my shoulder hammer, there was a teleport through time. It just lowered as I was remembering that conversation of the crazy scientist dude going, "You're gonna overheat if you go through time one more time while you're overheated and you don't have your powers. You're just gonna die and stay there forever. Well, I have to do this," and he just does it because, of course, he does. It's horrible.
Arthur's swords that he powers up to unleash a nightly slash of flames, turning your body into flaming catware, which adds surprising mobility, while also looking pretty awesome all in the process. The princess who
mobility and looks awesome.
Yep. How is it different from Shinra's mobility? Oh, it's not really.
It's just mobility and fire resistance. That is a power. Which is why she does almost nothing throughout the series in terms of combat. Don't you bring that up. Don't you bring that up.
in the form of flowers and beautiful scenery that, like her personality, you'll think, oh, so sweet and innocent, to then stepping all over you and making you scream in agony, or pleasure if that's your fetish.
Okay. Why can't anyone else do this?
Why not? Why is it just one guy that's just like, I can touch your face and rearrange your blood vessels and change it?
Oh, dude.
How do you find that you have that power?
Yeah, I can see your flame feet suddenly appearing. But I'm all just like, Mama! Dad!
All the ignition abilities have some form of uniqueness to them, whether that be a simple color change or the way...
This is Dragon Ball stuff. This is just, hey, different. Mm-hmm. People are unique. Much like Jojo, where all the stands are unique. Even the stands that are just like, we both can shrink, but Guest just goes, I can't shrink myself. Littlefoot goes, it's an incremental shrink instead of Guest is bam, shrink. Same shrink ability, different implementations, sorry.
The flames are animated to feel as if each person's flames are a living and breathing person, so like someone's walk, their fire should feel unique as well. But in execution, continuously finding new ways to make me say, huh, we hadn't seen a flaming arrow before, but that's pretty rad. Sure.
Huh.
I guess a flaming elbow pad. Oh, we haven't seen that before. That's pretty rad. He just elbowing people.
That'd be so lame.
Nah, we haven't seen it yet, so awesome.
That's pretty rad. Is that all it takes?
Hey, fire laser beam.
And equipment in the real world that's just fire now. What about a fire baton? Well, what about, is that awesome? Because it's just a thing.
Fire spear.
And your only thing is, we haven't seen that. That's pretty cool.
It's still just another fire ability, but it's used in such a way that I hadn't witnessed before, while also being visually distinct to make it feel as if each action set piece is well thought out, and not just simply all flash and no substance like so many battle shonens are guilty of.
What? Please name 2. Name 3. Name 1.
Hint at 1.
So many battle show. What are you talking about?
All flash, no substance.
Because it's visually distinct. Because even Dragon Ball Blasts are visually distinct.
They most certainly are. The Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun are functionally the same, but they're visually distinct in both how they're powered up and blasted colors as well. All flash, no substance. This dude, this is just, I'm going to put other shows down to rise up this. And that's not enough.
And it's not even other shows because he's not naming any
just
of them.
Nebulous other shonen. Other battle shonen. You know the one.
It's like when doctors say that this cleans, 4 out of 5 doctors say this cleans better than the leading brand. And then under there, it's just like generic family dollar store toothpaste. Like barely toothpaste. Kraft cheese stays better than the leading brands of cheeses, and it's Americanized, pasteurized slices at the bottom. This is better than other Shonen. Other Shonen not named. Just in your mind, generic, the worst whatever Shonen. And you refuse to say what they are.
Just fill in the blanks.
Obviously helps that David Production animated the flames beautifully, so of course.
Oh, really? David Production did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the JoJo's people. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Of course, many will naturally get a kick out of them. But if it wasn't for this writing holding it together, I would have lost interest in the action long ago. See, that's the beauty of Fire Force. It's built as if it's an early 2000s battle shonen anime, and the first core does play out very familiar to a series from that era. But even
What?
This is horrific. This is everything I hate. This dude is not saying anything.
Here's the top 10 anime of the 2000s. Full Metal Alchemist, Gintama, Naruto, Hitman Reborn, Zatch Bell, Soul Eater. What are you talking about? Where was it? Major 8, that's baseball. Detective anime, Shaman King, Bleach.
You look beyond.
Kenichi, Naruto, Beck, Ippo, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? Monster.
No,
Not a shonen, but an anime.
This feels just like those shonen. All of them. All early 2000s shonen. This feels like it. Don't you feel it?
I don't know what he wants.
I don't know what he means.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is horrific.
Like I'm doing my best to find something for the guy. When he should be finding it for me.
Well, you should be explaining it.
Gundam. Beyblade. D. Gray Man. What am I supposed to do? I am but a man. I am but a man.
A miserable pile of flesh.
But never mind. Have at you. Like, I don't...
No, you can just say stuff and the audience will agree. The audience who already likes Fire Force will agree.
But it's not fair.
Do you think that matters?
Shouldn't it some?
Do you think that there's a fair judge for YouTube? You think anybody can put up anything so long as it meets the guidelines?
What's the guidelines?
No nudity that's not of a educational nature.
Sexual gratification is what it actually says.
There we go. I'm guessing no like hardcore Nazi stuff.
Yeah, that's one.
And have at you. Whatever else you got, hey, go for it.
Top 10 weekly shonen jumps of the 2000s. Death Note, Gintama, To Love Ru, Black Cat. And Black Cat was not very good. Whistle, D. Gray Man, Naruto, Shaman King, Strawberry 100%, Boso Rinkin, Prince of Tennis, Bobobo, Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Eye Shield. What are we doing? Please tell me!
This dude is allergic to explaining.
Characters like Princess Ibane, who I enjoyed the personality of initially, but I thought to myself, yeah, she is the same character I've seen plenty of times. But the anime never bothered me by having her on screen. In fact, as the series continued on, I really enjoyed her everyone sucks but Shinra attitude, as she had butterflies in her stomachs for him, as he got the hell out of Dodge mentality.
So, she's somebody I've seen in other shonen, but I was fine with her here and started enjoying her. Who are these other shonen? Why did you enjoy them as well, or did you just go, the trope?
What is she doing better than those
Bruh.
other people?
Cinema sins ruined a generation. Actively ruined. To just go trope and cliche.
Yep.
And that's
One of
literally
the worst
all you need to
things
say.
that happened. And people just go, yeah, trope, cliche.
For me, with any anime, is the characters, as a shitty story can be held together by a solid cast of characters. However,
I'm on the opposite end. I need plot more.
No.
But your characters.
Big characters.
the cast of characters ruins a great story for me, as I'm just pissed off when I see some poorly written character interacting with a very solid plot. It just grinds my gears. That's simply how I am. Early on in Fire Force, I was really just having a lot of fun.
I loved the sister at Vulcan's house. Just hitting the fake buttons. I loved it.
That was pretty good. Something for her to do finally.
Certain characters sure rub me the wrong way, but from Arthur to Shinra, Captain Obi, the mysterious Joker character who you never really know is he friend or foe, hell even Maki, I simply enjoyed a majority of the characters, so the ones I did couldn't take me out of the moment more often than not. I was just enthusiastic.
Why did you like those characters? What are the characters that you didn't like?
Tamaki.
And why did you particularly not like those characters? That can't be all.
He showed Tamaki twice when he said that he didn't like characters.
But there has to be somebody else.
Boobs.
To experience touchy funerals that the Fire Force would deal with, and how they would transition to wanting to find Shinra's long-lost brother and dealing with a cult mixed in with a who can we trust dilemma. The problems I had mostly just went away, and the more generic characters became more fascinating with time as they were given more prominent roles to flex what they can actually offer for the story than just a one-off gag. When I could...
Who are we talking about? I guess the sister.
But Homegirl was introduced, looked at the sister, and then the next chapter was like, yes, I know her. I've known her for all my life, basically. Here's my entire backstory. Now let me go over there to try to convince her. Within a chapter that happened. Between the captain's introduction to, hey, we have this backstory with each other, was a chapter.
I feel emotionally broken watching backstory play out as those practicing religion are engulfed in flames, or a little boy is heartbroken at the loss of his family. It proves that it doesn't simply hook you with these shonen battles, but rather the characters have their moments to truly move you. Making fights have stakes, as we know should someone perish, it will hurt us, as the anime has done already with simple flashbacks. So damn this cult and whoever the hell is behind these atrocities. Fire Force obviously will not be for everybody, nor would I recommend it to just anyone, but I think it has this very nice sweet spot of that classic battle shonen formula that isn't seen in anime with such high level production, while simultaneously having a gripping narrative with enough emotional punches to the heart to tie us over until the next shocking reveal. The characters more often than not made me laugh or find amusing enough to feel warranted in taking up screen space. It's a show that deserves the attention for the sole reason of reviving old forgotten shonen styles without too much baggage, as those past series definitely had. One week I'm cheering like a sports fan at crazy action, to the next I'm nervous, wondering what this cult will do to my favorite character or just the innocent bystanders. Fire Force is a blast. It's pure entertainment, but it also has enough moments where you recognize it's more than just some shonen of the season. It paid.
Dude, I'm tired. Just what shonen? Please. Please explain yourself. Stop just using words. Explain what those words are. It's so funny to me that so many of these people are like, you're looking at the surface level of the anime, but behind it, blah, 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 this is happening. But you're using surface level words, and behind them, you offer nothing.
There's nothing here. You're just saying it's cool and it's doing this and no kind of explanation or
No
exploration.
comparison to another shonen.
You're just
Name me other shonen that you're talking about.
If you're gonna compare it to other shonen, you need to compare it to other shonen. You can't just mention them and bring them up and just go, there you go.
This is what I'm talking about. Y'all get it now, right?
You can't do that.
Failure of a video.
This is not how you review something. This is not how you analyze something. I'm so just drained. This isn't so... I shouldn't be this just flabbergasted.
How do you have
this
50,000
many
subscribers?
With this level.
This is legitimately zero.
This is... You said... You synopsis. Hey, there's this court. Hey, Shinra, he had his backstory about smiling and stuff. Arthur exists. And you're just going... Unlike other shonen, different shonen, battle shonen, good fight. I'm going to name these people's abilities. I'm going to name characters that I like and not name any characters that I don't like or why I don't like it. This is horrific.
Oh no.
Why are people not expecting better from this?
What is his most popular video? It's not what you're thinking.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Beastars.
Oh, dear.
Beastars' realistic take on society.
Beastars is a show that has diversity in its characters. The main character
you love so much that doesn't fit the norm that has been laid out before you.
already. Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm checking out his Patreon. And you know, you have your Patreon levels, and you could put little pictures associated with the Patreon levels.
Oh, it's gonna be all the popular stuff.
No, just one. Anything that you could think of that
Demon Slayer, Kaisen,
Attack on Titan, these boys, the War Rose people. Isn't that so unique?
No.
He has 13 patrons. What?
My journey with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and how Golden Wind made me a true fan. There's your action shonen right there that he knows.
But he's talking about they've got unique powers. But JoJo...
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a household name for anyone who watches anime, be it a little to a lot each year. Love it or hate it, everyone knows the name JoJo, even if they don't really understand what it is. Hell, sometimes the fandom doesn't even know what it is, which is part of its charm. 6 or so months prior to Part 3 getting released in the anime form, I decided to check out the first season of JoJo, which adapts the first 2 parts of the story, which were Phantom Blood
I'm not listening.
and Bruno agreed that the current way of life is harmful with how current affairs are being handled, and maybe it's time for a change in leadership. They still are in a gang and want to be in a gang, but the entire goal is to take out the leader no one knows the face or name of and replace him with someone more fit to rule, such as Bruno or Giorno. On one hand, you think, yeah, the general folk will be safer with a better gang leader, but on the other hand, you think, what the hell am I saying? They are still in a gang, and I love it when series can pull off a story such as that. Part 5 is truly an ensemble cast. Every character is the main character in Golden Wind, as this group, run by Bruno, all have distinct personalities that all have multiple arcs to shine in, all have time to grow and become more than their initial personality. But best of all, not only is the boss even better than Kira, every villain they fight also has time to shine on a personal level. Up to this point, sure, the big bad might have had a strong personality and moments to shine, but the villain of the week was pretty much just an initial personality before we move on past a select few. With Golden Wind, the more characters I met, the more I recognized that Araki had cracked the code to JoJo. That is already impressive series.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
A sadder Brandon, who felt horrible when members of the Hitman team were killed, and though I knew they had to die as otherwise the main cast couldn't survive, but I truly understood the personalities, the motives, and relationships of this crew, and with each death, you saw the pain that it caused the others. It just got worse and worse as time went on. I never expected something like this in Jojo. Each arc was a cool fight, and maybe we get to talking bullets, all with a unique personality that can control the path a bullet takes. Even Giorno's gold experience, that is one of the coolest stands I've ever seen, that has the ability to give life to objects, which allows for some of the most creative scenes in JoJo to date.
Oh my goodness, it's one of the most creative stands, and it allows for some of the most creative
willpower, the support of their teammates, and drive to overcome it. And because of quite possible that even if future arcs use nearly all the same mechanics as seen with Golden Wind, I may not like them as much as Part 5, but the thing is, everyone...
Oh, what mechanics? An ensemble cast?
Unique ensemble cast. It's so unique. It's so ensemble.
This dude is horrible.
This dude is not very good.
I was laying down for all of that. That's why my voice was so far away. Because I was just in disbelief. I couldn't hold myself up. My back just gave out.
Konosuba is hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
It's okay.
It's pretty funny. You're just a hater.
Its own path, and the more who check out Fire Force, the longer this series will live on in the world of anime. But at the end of the day, maybe I'm just making this video to hype up Arthur Boyle, my lovable idiot knight who will strap donkey heads to his crotch and pretend he is a knight in shining armor, and somehow that powers him up, or he'll place his sword in the wrong hand, and also that somehow lowers his power level. I guess I'm a child, and that's the true reason for me saying to go watch Fire Force. But hey, there's been worse reasons to recommend anime, I suppose. For those who have any thoughts on Fire Force or this video, be sure to let me know yours down in the comment section below. Be it a favorite character, joke, WTF moment that I've brought up, whatever you're feeling, do let me know. Remember to leave a like if you did enjoy, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't been new around here. But lastly, there's always my Patreon, for those who want to go the extra mile and help support what I do around here even more. But of course, that is if you so wish. So until next time everyone, please take care, and have a good one.
Enough of that.
Another one of these comment sections that are just blowing Fire Force.
Full of gamer Joshes.
Talking anything about anything that A.H. Brandon said.
It is a conglomerate of like-minded people in comment sections. And that's what these creators are going for. They're not saying anything substantive. They're just going, hey, yo, it's real good. It's so compelling. The themes are there. This character's awesome. Sure, a couple issues, but awesome. Great. And then people in the comments just going, yes, great. Because of these reasons. Yes, I agree. Great. Oh, Tamaki, best girl. Blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit. Because there's nothing to talk about video-wise. There's only something to talk about series-wise and to clap along with the piece of that's speaking behind the mic. Saying nothing! You're saying nothing, Brandon!
Except for, unlike other shonen, gives no example of other shonen.
What a terrible video.
Absolutely.
I mean, still like only an 8.5 because he didn't really say nothing. But what a terrible video.
This is horrible. This is horrific.
So tired of these people.
It's so easy to just explain what you mean. It's the easiest thing in the world. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just look at your script and go. You have to look at it like people who people are going to stumble on this video who have never watched Fire Force and they need a reason to. And then there's the people that have seen Fire Force. You need to satisfy both of them. You need to make sure that your words will convince both of those people of something. But you just... I've seen Fire Force. I've seen Shonen. I don't know what you mean when you go unlike other Shonen. I simply don't. I don't think that it's worthy of praise that there are downtime moments in between the big hype fight moments. I don't think that's worthy of praise.
I don't see how it could be.
It's just so normalized in shonen. And again, this doesn't do it particularly well. I like the new calendar thing. But really, you could put any characters in that and it'd be pretty funny. There's more concept than characters. I'm just sick of these types of videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. I'd rather have a Dritz just opening up his cheeks and just sharding all over the page. At least explaining some stuff that he means.
Yeah, being completely wrong about it.
Yes.
But at least he's offering his own explanation on things. He's not just going, Zoro isn't really his dream, and then go. He even offered a way that it could be better. It's dumb.
Yes, absolutely. But we can talk about it.
Tried.
It's thought-provoking. It's explaining what he means so that we know exactly where his mindset is.
He didn't go, other shonen have rankings. Why can't this? What shonen?
This type of video is just heartbreaking that Brandon wrote this down thinking that he would convince or enforce people going, hey, Dragon Force, Fire Force is good, or convert people to watch it, edit it up, put it up. People put in the comments like, yo, this is a good video. They didn't even say that. Like one person said that. But people came to the video and left comments about the praise of Fire Force and thumbs this video up. It's unbelievable that would happen. Because this was one of the most nothing videos we've ever done. Muff ain't say nothing.
Hey, what did the AH stand for? That's just something I thought of. Wow, he has like no patrons.
He got 13.
He is 2% of his goal.
Cause dude, he's not even entertaining. He didn't even have any of those cringy jokes that me and you don't find particularly funny, but somebody could.
Yeah. Like the other Fire Force video we were potentially looking at with like Wilhelm screams and crap. It's just like, we're rolling our eyes, but some 12-year-old might be going, that's pretty funny. Throwing in some epic rap battle thing reference.
If you don't have the analysis, you gotta have something to get people. You're clearly not getting people because, yeah, you got 50K subscribers, but most of your videos are in the 2-3K views, and you got 13 Patreons. People, this is just confirmation bias of people going, hey, I watched Jojo, I'm gonna watch this guy review this episode of Jojo, the Debt Collector.
One of the most entertaining.
I love that it's Mary Lynn Manson.
Yeah,
I
great.
love that.
They hit it out the park with that one.
Much more of that, less of Smack.
No, Smack is good. Less of stickers.
It's just because of the lip flaps. That's what it.
Smack makes so much sense though.
Kiss make sense.
Yes. But they couldn't.
Crazy episodes of JoJo that just was summed down to a game of catch that, in very JoJo fashion, turned into a bloody nightmare. With episode 10 introducing Weather Report and, Jumping Jag, that was an insane gravity fight there. And, the stakes are getting raised. I was wondering a couple videos to Obviously, stone free, it didn't, but still, it was fun to see how that escalated, because what I love about the prison setting is the limitations. I mentioned it in the previous video about how, like, you know, for someone like Jolene, if she didn't have to play by the rules to stay in that prison, it'd probably be a lot easier for her to get around. But the simple idea of needing money or keeping the bet going, because if a guard stops you, it's all over. So you have to create a new bet, and you have to be a certain distance. You have to throw within a certain amount of seconds. And the idea of having to go through that prison while simultaneously passing that ball, having her turn off the lights, there were some scummy moves. I mean, from bribing of the guard to basically remove the ball, which I love.
We know.
Again, Nostalgia Critic also ruined people, where you could just synopsis for most of it, show a clip or two, make your joke or your whatever your opinion is, and then more just synopsis. A review is not just synopsising things with a couple of your own opinions thrown in there. But it has been so devalued, so depreciated, that it has been ground down into this scientific formula of what you should be doing for a YouTube video. A bunch of synopsis, me saying a couple things.
Here's something I want to talk about, or something that doesn't make sense in context, or something for something later. More synopsis.
Watch Cosmo's Spider-Man review. That is 100% a YouTube review at this point. Him saying things, him synopsising, showing clips of what he was just synopsising, quick bleh, moving on to the next synopsis thing, him just like, oh man, this sucks, him moving on to next synopsis thing.
No, but it was perfect. It was a perfect...
Do not bring up the Facebook dude.
No, but did you see the video?
These people are monsters.
No, but did you see the video? Did you?
Yeah, I did. Because I showed you my video.
I ain't gonna watch that.
In like 14 minutes, y'all.
I watched 15 minutes and it was just rambling. Oh, okay. Okay. So just... What if I said that I watched 5 minutes of the Cosmo thing and it was just rambling and then I just disregarded the video? How would you feel, you piece of shit? Did he ever respond?
I gave up on that boy.
I'm curious.
Why?
He might have hit you with some flames. Just like, nah, you was wrong in these aspects.
After he said that Cosmo, and I was like, he's a liar. What more is there to say to a person?
He has not.
Why would you? You linked me to a liar. He lied on the... And then you said, yeah, okay, maybe he did lie, but the overall
But that don't matter. That don't matter, yo.
The overall point. Okay, the overall point means nothing if he lied in the finer points of it. Yeah, you gotta look at the whole circle, but the whole circle doesn't matter because in in lines making the circle, it's a lie.
He lied. He straight up lied. Yeah, but the overall analysis was still the overall analysis, including the lies. You mean, or are you weighing the good points to the bad points? You can't say yeah, he lied about a bunch of things to make his point disingenuously, but the overall, it's fine. You can't, that's not how this works.
I think that's precisely how it works, sir.
He most certainly did not. There is nothing.
What can you say?
Legitimately.
He lied, yeah, okay, but the overall, no. It's just confirmation bias.
Here, watch this video. I watched 15 minutes of it, and what exactly did he say? I was laughing at that. Because I was like, oh my god.
It's not as structured as the other video or something like that.
You can't watch your 55 minutes video, though, but the 15 minutes I have watched, you're saying far less than the other. More so rambling and complaining about another person's breakdown. I don't think I said more than you in the first 15 minutes.
No, more than the other person. I think Cosmo.
I thought he meant I was saying more than you.
No, I think Cosmo was saying more than us with his 15 minutes than we said in our 15 minutes about him. What? Even though the first 15 minutes is basically us talking about the Spider-Man trilogy. I think the first 8 minutes is just a lot of us talking about the Spider-Man trilogy. But this is going off the rails.
Why would he not just skip that part
I even linked him the second part.
I'm not watching that. Sorry. Nope. No response. Yeah, we get into the video about 9 minutes in.
Yeah, I thought it was about 8 minutes. Of the rung of the social ladder. He's great.
Tobey Maguire. And this is the one thing that I hate the most about the Spider-Man trilogy. I hate Tobey Maguire. Ever since...
What makes it corny? Well,
I mean, this is 12 minutes in. He got to this point about Cosmo saying that that's a corny introduction and he doesn't like Tobey Maguire, and then we go on about why not? What's the problem? You just say that he's Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's really bad. But this was also very bad. It's the thesis of this entire thing.
Yep. Don't know what we're doing next. We're definitely hitting Phil within the next 7 days. I need to do that video.
We need to supplement it with something else, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
The people don't like the Phil.
Who's the people? The Phil's for us.
I know.
Give a shit about them.
But
they'll come drink up whatever slop we throw down.
No, but that's just an off week for the people that don't care about Phil. So we should do something else in the addition to the Phil.
Okay, we could hit, if I get off early today, or if I don't, and we could do some of the field tomorrow. You know what? We could do some of the field tomorrow. I can upload that field that day. I can upload field Thursday, and then the Fire Force Friday. That way the Fire Force supplements field leading into Saturday with the live stream, and then I can do the next part of field like Monday.
But wouldn't it be better if it was, instead of, hey, there's 2 days straight of something that I care about, wouldn't it be better if it was care about, don't care about, and then back into care about?
So you're saying Fire Force field stream?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, we could, that could be a plan. Fire Force would supplement field, and the stream would supplement field, as opposed to, because I need that field. I need it.
You got a problem.
No, he got a problem. He got multiple problems. I have never heard such lies.
Solutions.
I have never heard such
solutions.
Rewriting of history. Muffin Stalinism. Just like, no, this person was not in this picture with me.
But we have the picture. Bam.
He talked about the thing. I think he talked about the I can't remember if it was this video or another where he was talking about the creators blurring out his face at the GDC. Mm-hmm. But he blurred out Rambo and Howard.
That's different.
Okay, cool.
They betray him.
He did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, so that's the plan. We got that fan stream going on Saturday.
Yep. Oh, y'all about to be real mad at me.
Oh no.
Y'all about to
not even going sugarcoat it, huh?
Yeah. Oh no. All them lashings.
Oh no.
Bruh. Y'all about to be real mad at me.
No, not like this.
Y'all about to be real mad.
Not like this.
Oh, dude, I got words. I got words for y'all.
Oh boy, this is gonna be ugly, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just next time stuff.
That's just it.
We're in out.
Explain yourself. Always explain yourself.
Always be explaining.
When this channel goes away and we're just a fart in the wind. Just remember, if you're ever watching an analysis video or something, expect them to explain themselves, and don't accept crap like this where they just simply do not. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's all we're trying to do here, and have a little bit of laughs and some jokes and make fun of Phil.
It's unbelievable.
I can't wait to watch that if you hyping it up this much.
Dude, I swear to God.
I mean, if this dude went sicko mode for almost in an hour and a half, it's gotta be something.
It was I showed you the timestamp of where he's just like, this was basically my tweet, and he talked 45 minutes about it.
I went to go see that. He just Boy, hey guys, maybe you shouldn't watch those people because they're kind of shields, but I'll be doing it on Friday, and this is what I said. He went on and on, and he made it so flowery and. Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you, Phil's a sociopath.
He's something.
Because he's just straight up lying on the words he said. Because what he's going by is his post feelings on that thing.
He's going by his memory and he's twisting it into, no, I'm right. I said the right thing, or I meant the right thing.
Do you think he didn't say he was right? Oh, dude, we need to do this video. Because, not like 4 minutes later, he's crying about creators going against him. And then he goes, but in the end, I was right.
This man has a problem.
Dude,
this
it's
man
the
has
worst,
a serious problem.
It's the worst I've ever seen. Because usually, you know, with the I didn't slap the 11-year-old girl, like the 7 years of debunking stuff, I didn't slap the 7. This is just an hour and a half of lying and rewriting history.
To suit his own
narrative. To suit his own narrative. The greatest ever.
Expect some Phil content soon.
It can't come soon enough.
It can.
I swear to God, I'd do Phil a week if I could. And because of this pre-stream podcast, it's the easiest.
It's gold. He just gold. Every day we got a new Aqua Teal or Hate Army. I'm like, every day, Phil?
Piece of Peace was just like, the pre-stream podcast is the worst thing he's ever done because every time I hear it, it just makes me irrationally angry. Because he is awful content nuts. Every day. What happened between the pre-stream and the pre-stream podcast to where a flip switch and he just went, I'm going sicko mode.
I don't know what happened, but it has to be something because he's naming it. Oh, this is the pre-stream podcast episode 29 or something. So he's mad serious about this. So maybe he's got it in his mind, the podcast format instead of the pre-stream format. And that's what got him just going, hey, I can talk about whatever I want because it's a podcast. I don't have to shorten what I think. I can just go off for an hour 30 on shills.
All right. Get ready, y'all. Get ready.